Dear students, in this video we will learn about per unit system and advantages of per unit system. First, we will see the definition of per unit system. So, per unit system is defined as the ratio of the actual value of the quantity in any unit to the base or reference value in the same unit. So, per unit system, the definition is the ratio of the actual value of the quantity in any unit, the actual value of the quantity in any unit to the base or reference value in the same unit. So, that is called per unit system. So, per unit system dimensionless, since numerator and denominator we are taking the same values, same units representations, so that this per unit system is not having any unit. So that we can say per unit system is dimensionless. So since base value always the same unit as the actual value, the per unit system is dimensionless. So that is about per unit system. So always in power system we are representing the component in the way of per unit system. So since we can easily show the components, that is the one thing, and one more thing is one more thing. So the simple large values we can show in simple values, large values. So we can show it in simple values, and calculation part also will be easy using the per unit system. The disadvantage of the per unit system is only we cannot calculate the short circuit fault. That is the one drawback of this per unit system. So we'll move to the advantages and advantages of per unit computations. First one, manufacturers usually specify the impedance of the apparatus per unit. So impedance of the system, impedance of the component always will show in terms of per unit or per percentage value on the base of the nameplate rating of the apparatus. So nameplate details always we are showing in terms of per unit value or percentage value. So easily we can remember that is one thing, and so it will be in simple values. It's not values in these larger values. So that manufacturer usually specify the component ratings in the per unit value. So that's the one advantage. And the per unit impedance of the system type of mission may be of different ratings lies within a narrow range. That is a simple value, narrow values we can show. And per unit impedance of the transformer is the same referred to either side of it. So both the sides we are referring in the same values. So primary and secondary we are referred in terms of per unit and same format and same structure. And the method of connection of transformers. So this is one important thing. So while we are transmitting the power, we have to take care of these connections. So method of connection of transformers is star to star, star to delta, etc. So we can connect in delta to delta also. We can connect in delta to star also. Do not affect the per unit impedance of the transformer. The greatest advantage of per unit values. So the greatest advantage of per unit values are it makes the calculation relatively easier. So this is one important uh, important thing for per unit system. So the easier values, so smaller values you can show calculation will be easy, and so the complexity will be reduced using per unit system. The complexity of the power system it will be reduced since using per unit values. So these are the advantages. Now we will move to the examples on per unit system. Here we have an example. If we choose 50 amperes base current value is 50 amperes. then the current of 30 amperes is equal to 30 amperes is actual value, 50 amperes is base value. How we are showing the per unit value? So per unit definition is the actual value by base value in same unit. So same unit actual value divided by base value. Actual value is here is 30 amperes, base is 50. If you take 30 by 50, you will get 0.6 in per unit. Similarly, we have one more is the current of 80 amperes. So actual value of the current is 80 amperes. The equivalent is 80 by 50, 1.6 in per unit. So in previously 30 amperes is the actual value. In second case 80 amperes is the base. Second actual value is 80 amperes. So base values is constant 50 amperes. Then so 30 by 50 you will get 0.6 and 30 by 80 by 50 1.6 per unit. So it is usually to express the voltage, current, volt amperes and impedance of any electrical system. So any electrical system means power system network. So using in terms of per unit quantities. So that is one example, and we will move to the another topic called per unit system applied to single phase circuits. So per unit system, so usually we will apply to the single phase systems. So here we have to assume the sum of the values. So then how we are using the per unit system in single phase we will see. So let base volt amperes VAB and base voltage VB. So base voltage VB. Base current is IB. So VAB by VB. And impedance VB by IB. So impedance ZB is equal to VB by IB, that is equal to, so V square B by VAB ohm we will get. So V square B by VAB ohm we will get. So next one, if the actual impedance is Z ohm, it is the per unit value is given by. So per unit value means actual value by base value. So base value is ZB is here, actual value is Z. So here ZB is equal to VB by IB. So that will be is equal to V square B by VAB. So that is a formula. So substitute in ZPU. So Z by ZB. So you will get finally if you take base volt ampere in MVAB, base voltage KVB, hence ZPU is equal to, so actual value Z ohm into MVAB by KV square B. So this is a ZPU value. And similarly we have one problem belongs to the per unit system in single phase. So we'll see that one. So calculate the per unit impedance of a synchronous motor. Per unit impedance of synchronous motor rated 200 kilovolt ampere. 200 kilovolt ampere is the per unit impedance of the per unit impedance of the synchronous motor. So 200 kVA and voltage is 13.2 kilovolt and having a rated reactance is 50 ohm per phase. So base values are, so base voltage is 13.2 kilovolt and volt ampere is 0.2 MVA. So here 200 kilovolt is given, we are converting into MVA. 0.2 MVA is, and then the reactance of the motor in per unit is given by, so reactance of per unit XPU is equal to X ohm into MVAB by KV whole square. So base value already we know 0.2 MVA and 13.2 square. So finally reactance of per unit. So reactance is given, so here resistance is not given, so you can calculate only reactance, that is equal to 0.0574 per unit. So this is about problem based on per unit value. So next we will see the change of base quantities examples. So change of base quantities and examples we will see in next video. Okay, thank you everyone.